it's Mandy here from the Healthy Living platform. Today we're going to make some savoury muffins, which are really good for using in lunchboxes or as healthy snacks, or if you're going out for a summer picnic, they're a really good recipe. So first thing that we need to do is make some butternut squash puree. So I just wanted to show you how to do it in case you haven't made it before. So I've peeled and chopped a butternut squash and I've boiled it. You could steam it as well if you want. And I'm just going to pop it in a bowl, and you can do it with a food processor or a blender if you've got one, but I just wanted to show you that you can also do it with a potato masher. It's really simple. Hold on to the bowl to stop it from sliding around and just mash it together. Now I usually like to tap the masher a bit to get everything off, get out a spoon and scrape down the sides of the bowl a bit, and that stops the lumps from getting stuck on the side. And if you don't have a food processor or a blender, you can also use a handheld stick blender, and this works really well too. So let me show you how easy this is. Sorry, it's a bit noisy. So this will get it even smoother than the masher. But it's not essential. If you just have a masher, you can use that, and it works perfectly. So we're going to use 100 grams of this butternut squash puree in the muffins. So if you make some and you have some left over, I like to freeze it in portions in my freezer, and I add it to pasta sauces or macaroni cheese, that kind of thing, just to add a bit of extra veg into my meals for my kids. Right, so now we're ready to get on with making our muffins. So I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. I've got a fan oven. If yours isn't a fan oven, you should preheat it to 200 or gas mark 6. I've put 12 cupcake cases into my cupcake case tin. So I've put 225 grams of plain flour into a mixing bowl. To make these even healthier, you could use spelt flour or wholemeal flour. I've run out today, so I've just used ordinary plain flour. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And here I've got half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Because these are savoury muffins, I'm also going to add some dried herbs. So here I've got some dried oregano. I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of that to the flour mixture as well. So that was flour, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and oregano. So give that a stir to mix that together. I also have here some nutritional yeast. Because I'm making these muffins dairy free, I'm just going to add this because it adds a bit of a cheesy, savoury taste to the muffins, but it's completely optional and you can leave it out if you don't want to use it or if you don't have any. Let's add that now to the flour. If you do eat dairy, then you can add 1 handful of grated cheddar cheese to this mix instead, but add that at the end. Okay, so in my jug I've got 175 grams of plain yogurt. This is dairy-free yogurt, but you can use any kind that you want. And then I also have 90 grams of sunflower oil. So let's pop that in with the yogurt. And here is my 100 grams of butternut squash puree that I made earlier. I've just let that cool down a little bit so it's not too hot. Add that to the jug as well. And then I'm just going to mix that together with a fork. So that's all nicely mixed together. You see? That's very straight away I'm going to pour it into my flour mixture. And I've got a spatula here, but you can use a spoon as well, just to get any last bits that are hiding at the bottom out. And then holding onto the bowl, let's give that a good mix. Make sure all the flour gets mixed in. Okay, and you'll see it looks just like cake mixture. Okay, so I've got my muffin cases here. Let's just use the spatula to get that last bit off the wooden spoon. Okay, and then I usually use a normal metal spoon to spoon the mixture into the cupcake cases. Okay, sometimes you may need to use a second spoon to get it to come off of the first spoon. Okay, so I've filled up all of my 12 cupcake cases with the mixture. I'm going to put these in the oven now for 25 minutes and then we'll see if they're done. So I've just taken our butternut squash muffins out of the oven. The tray is still hot, so I'm just carefully going to take them out of their holes and pop them on a cooling rack to cool down. These are really tasty warm, but obviously if you're giving them to children, you need to let them cool down. And if you're taking them out on a picnic, and let them cool down as well before you pop them in an airtight container. I hope you enjoy them, and the full written recipe will be on the Healthy Living Platform website. Enjoy!